Heyo, this is Hyun with some more StarCraft 2 commentaries. Today we're going to look at a match from WCS Season 2, Winners Round 2, Group Stage 2. That was a mouthful, but this isn't Neoplanet S. Love this map, cool map. And the players on it are equally as good. In the bottom left side of the map, our blue Terran player, part of Team Taeja, it's going to be Liquid Taeja. And on the other side of the map, the Fight Club Master, Hyun, the red Zerg player. First rule about IPL Fight Club is there is no more IPL Fight Club. No, it was good stuff when it lasted. Sad to see it go, but Hyun, the most winning player with some insane record of like 14 or 15 in a row. It was crazy. He was just beating, and it wasn't like no-namers. It was like partying and just like top-level players were like, hey, man, Hyun, I can take this guy out and win a lot of money. Because there was like a bounty on his head for winning so many in a row. But yes, Hyun, red Zerg player. And we have a TVZ, which is one of my favorite matchups here on Neoplanet S, which is one of my favorite matchups. I still remember the one of my favorite games I've ever seen on this map was a TVZ, no less, but it was Life versus Flash from MLG. Dallas. That was a crazy game, and I got to observe it, and that was a fun game. That was a fun series. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. That was amazing. Widow mines, banelings everywhere, all the time. Drops. It was insane. So hatch first opening here for Hyun, and Taeja going for the CC first on the high ground. So both players playing greedy, and look at this Hyun even following up with the extractor. I don't need no stinking spawning pool. Those are for making Zerglings. What do those do? Those don't get gas. Those just run around and, I don't know, look at you funny and look stuff. Anyways, Hyun's going to scout this out, see the barracks on the high ground. The delay time of that instantly lets him know there's a hatchery, or sorry, not a hatchery, a command center there on the high ground, and then quickly confirmed by flying his fat flying overlord just a little bit closer. The SCV for Taeja is going to run out across the map and see what he's up against. You know, it's kind of expected to see a Zerg player go for a hatch first on, pretty much every scenario. Unless there's some Zerg players that do like to go pool first, all the time, just because they like to play super safe. But, hatch first is still a pretty common opening here. But he's already getting the gas out. We'll see if he's going to go past 100 here. See if he's going to make that speed. More than likely he is. So, I've seen Taeja play TVZ before. In the previous group to this, he actually played versus TLO. His style of choice is Bio, obviously. Widow Mines, Medevacs, Marines, Marauders are a great combination. And I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to see out of Taeja today. We'll see if he does the same build. So far, it's a little different. In the last game I saw him play versus TLO, he actually went for a Reaper opening. That map is a lot similar to the map that was actually on Star Station. There's a lot of places for the Reaper to jump in your base and just kind of run around and do some harassment. In this position, you can see here there isn't as many places to jump up in Star Station, because essentially in Star Station, anywhere you can get into the base is viable via Reaper, so it's the most Reaper-friendly map I can imagine. So this map, not as Reaper-friendly, but still, friendly enough to allow, players to go Reapers. But he's deciding, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with the command center first, into bunker, and then follow this up with some fast reactor Hellions out of this factory. Followed by a quick command center. This is another thing that Taeja loves to do. He loves to get that quick third command center. And this is something that just Zerg players just don't punish that much. Of course, the really only way they can punish it is if they go for some type of big all-in, Roach, Zergling, Baneling, something like that, some combination of those, to bust on the front door. But, if they hit with that and the Terran player isn't expecting it, they don't have siege tanks out, even if they have Widow Mines, you can just easily micro against that with Zerglings. The Zerg player can get some really, really easy wins if they can figure out that the Terran player is going to go for that quick third command center. Because at this point, you can just look at the army supply. Neither of them are even in double digits yet, as far as army supplies go. So now Taeja, with these Hellions, is going to go out and do some scouting. His greediness has paid off so far. We got the stem being researched here by Taeja, so he's obviously going to follow this up with some barracks. More likely 4 more barracks being popped out here, and a starport flopped onto the reactor there of that factory. Double gas already appeared at the natural, and double gas already here at the main for Hyun. 4 gas up and going, already has a 3rd up. Taeja has not yet scouted this. I'm pretty sure he has it. Yep, hasn't even went down there to check. And from Hyun's perspective, he sees pretty much everything. Standards going down. He hasn't yet run the main. He can't get in there. This one pesky little Marine is all over his business. He just wants to poke and take a look. He's not creepy or anything like that. I just want to look in your window, man. I want to see what's going on in there. Kind of curious. But Hyun with some really good positions of these overlords in this map. You can just look here. He's got, you know, vision down here of this possible 3rd. He's got vision of everything coming out of here. All this position up here. I mean, just look on the map everywhere. It's all over the place with these overlords. Really good sign of a strong Zerg player is if they just have overlords in every single spot you can put them at. I mean, nowadays, the worst thing that'll happen to you is the Terran player will make a Viking, make 1 Viking, and then that Viking maybe will get 2 or 3 kills before you pull all your overlords back, but the chances of them doing that is low, and the benefit versus the risk is highly in favor of the Zerg player. So, not surprised at all that, you know, Zerg players just continue to do this style. Strategy, or tactic, I should say, not really strategy. So the layer is up and is making the mutas. So we're going to have some muta Zergling Baneling play versus Taeja's Hellions into bio play. Now, last time I saw Taeja play this, it was actually, like I said, versus TLO with the style. And he was versus TLO going Zergling, Baneling, Infestor, Ultralisk. And there's going to be a little bit of a deviation from that, but, you know, Zergling, Baneling, Muta is such the standard for TVZ these days, ZvT actually, that it's not really surprising whatsoever, and we'll see how well he can deal with this. And look at this, Hyun dropping the creep already, can delay this command center by a decent amount, probably like another good 30 seconds or so. And even more so if he can come in and pick off those Marines. Nope, not going to happen. Too many Marines there. Those guys were hiding underneath that command center. And wow, look at this. I mean, Hyun already losing... How many was that? 3 mutas already, and he hasn't even done anything with them. Essentially, he flew them across the map, and those things have depreciated like a new car off the lot. As soon as it drives off the lot, those things just drop in price. But you're already losing 3 mutas. That's bad news over here. So he needs to, you know, regain some cost for these guys. Of course, he's getting a couple SCV kills over here. A couple of those guys goes down and even takes out a missile turret. So slowly paying himself back for that. The one Scout Zergling is up here poking around. And that guy will get toasted. Didn't take the opportunity to run in here to do any damage. Now he's going to go in after those Hellions are just waiting there. That's bad. But he's just get a great surface area there. And Taeja not paying attention, going to lose all of those Hellions. And these Zerglings are going to now do some damage with the Marines. Are going to show up to the party and clear out this little rat nest going on in Taeja's base. Clear up that little bit of an infestation. A couple more mutas going into the battle over here, but look at this, medevacs all over the place. Marines did a couple stims there, I imagine. 1-1 upgrades for these guys, so Terran player with the upgrade lead versus the Zerg player here. But, you know, Hyun has probably the most entertaining Zerg style that I see from any Zerg player. He just makes so many units. He loves macro hatcheries. They're the best thing on the world. They're better than sliced bread. It's the macro hatchery. Hyun will make a lot of units, and they will be all over the place, mostly Zerglings. And it's a very entertaining style to watch. But he's going to lose a muta. Ah, God, he loses another muta there. He's going to maybe lose another one. Nope. Managed to sneak away there. But his muta flock isn't really growing like he's probably hoped to. Last time we checked, he lost 3. Now it's down to 5 lost. But he has killed 14 workers. Not really sure that evens up that much. You know, with this many bases as far as Taeja has, he's got 3 mules, killing 14 workers. I don't know is effective, considering he lost 5 mules for that. But the Zerglings and Muta are going for another attack. And what does Taeja have to deal with this? He's going to pull in some more forces. The Zerglings are just going to be expendable at this point. The Mutas and a couple more Zerglings take out the supply depots. Keep that front door wide open for Hyun. If he wants to go in there for another attack, it's going to force Taeja to rebuild those supply depots. And we'll probably see him throw down some Widow Mines here for some defense. Plus 1-1 upgrades are coming all along the way here for Hyun. Even get the Baneling speed upgrade. Keeping the majority of his forces down here in the bottom. Getting that Overseer. It's kind of mandatory these days with all the Widow Mine play. And oh, whoa, that hurt. And now he's going to go back in and, actually managed to take it out with the vision of that Overseer before that second one can connect. And now it's just going to be up to reinforcements from Taeja to deal with this force. No, he's actually going to pull back his entire force to deal with this. Too much for him to handle, and now the Banelings are moving in forward. The speed is not yet done yet, so those Zerglings, those Marines can easily fall back on a nice stim keep themselves alive and just wait for a quick heal from those medevacs. So more units coming out across the map. Looks like we have a little drop up here at the top. Forces a cancel on that hatchery. And now we've got Taeja making his way into the main. But a well-placed Spore Crawler is going to do some nice work on that medevac. The medevac's forced to retreat. And, oh, he's actually going to go down there. He thought he was out of range, but it wasn't enough. And now the Zerglings are going to come here. And without the medevac heal and without the pickup, these guys are gone. And Hyun traded pretty cost-effectively. They're using like maybe 2 or 3 Zerglings and a Spore Crawler for a whole medevac. Oh my god, not trading effectively with these Mutalisks here. This, you do not want to be a Mutalisk in Hyun's army. They just do not have a shelf life at all whatsoever. He's now has 14 Mutalisks killed, but up to 25 workers killed, so that's nice, mostly due to those Zerglings and those constant attacks been going on here. Scan goes forward, the Queen trying to move forward to throw down some creep tumors, but quickly changes her mind and decides, you know what, Oprah's on, I'm going to go check that out. Oh my god. For some reason, I just imagine this Queen just watching Oprah on her spare time and she's waiting for her energy to recoup. And Taeja needs to throw some splits down, baby. He's got to watch out for those Banelings. The Widow Mines completely get destroyed here. Splits do happen, but there's just so many forces here from Hyun. Taeja's forced to retreat. More and more Zerglings streaming out across the map. Burrows close to being done 2-2, just now being started for Hyun. And Taeja's on a full-on retreat. And Hyun, without a doubt, holds down the third base, keeps that up and alive, but, you know, we haven't yet seen the rebuilt position of the fourth base here. He's got this drone up here, so he was planning on doing that, just kind of forgot about it. So definitely needs to throw that up there. He's got more than enough money to do that. No yet upgrade for the Hive Tech. Whenever you're going with this type of gameplay, there's the fourth base. Whenever you're going type of this Muta, Zergling, Baneling style, and you don't have any intention of transitioning into Ultralisk, you can kind of delay that Hive Tech, because you only need that Hive Tech whenever you plan on getting 3-3 upgrades. You can spend that gas on Mutalisks and Banelings. Fourth base goes down for Taeja at this command center. Now the question is, where is he going to fly this thing to? He can fly it up to here to the gold, or way over here to the right, or way up here to the left. You probably should have built it maybe right here or somewhere a little bit closer to this base, because I think this is the best location that Taeja has for throwing up some type of expansion. Now this guy, this is a risky medevac driver. He's like, all right, dude, I've only got 30 life here. I don't know if I should be going in. It's not really that good of an idea. But a nice connects here from the Banelings. Maybe not. A couple more Mutalisks biting the dust. We have a separate attack over here at the natural, and those guys easily get in here due to that just one Marauder on the high ground, and that bunker completely goes down, and the Banelings will connect and take out a lot of SCVs there. And now just a few Mutalisks just running around, just being a big pain. A couple of, oh my god, those Widow Mines just evaporating everything as far as the Mutalisk army goes. But the attack of the Naturals cleaned out every SCV. Forced retreat, a couple Zerglings still sticking around doing some damage, but Marine reinforcements will shut down that attack. And now the Banelings, there was that Baneling landmine there, finally connecting, getting a couple more workers killed. Let's check the units killed list. 155 Zerglings. And 1 drone. There's no way that is correct. Okay, 65 Zergling, or sorry, 65 SCVs. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, 1 worker killed for 1 worker killed there for Taeja, but look at all those workers that have that Hyun has killed. Just amazing here. Marines pushing out across the map, trying to, you know, keep that creep spread at bay, but oh, he needs to watch out. The Banelings with the speed upgrade. He needs to fly over there, quickly gets out of there. More than enough medevacs to make room for all these guys, but almost all of them are in that one medevac that's so low on life and it gets taken out. Oh my god. Those guys should have flown business class. They each would have got their own medevac. It would have been nice. They wouldn't have lost everybody that push. Anyways, the third base over here is still up and strong from Hyun. Taeja has not yet had the ability to drop that down, even at the just massive amount of Mutalisks he's killed. The Zerglings and Banelings have just been super cost effective here. And look at all these Widow Mines. That is so many Widow Mines. He's going to need an Overseer. Of course, we see him morphing 2 Overseers now after noticing how many Widow Mines just completely destroyed that army that he tried to push in there with. So, definitely going to see this Overseers put into action. Hopefully they'll have a longer shelf life than the Mutalisks that Hyun has been playing with these games. Or actually this game. And Taeja was forced to fly this command center all the way up over here. That took a while. This guy's got some flight miles on him. And of course he's going to have to wait for that to get shot down by this Marine. That Overlord will get taken down. He's actually not in hold position. But anyway, speaking of not being in hold position, the Marines are running in full retreat. Oh my god, so many Banelings taking out those Widow Mines there. Those guys were all clumped up. And oh, good Widow Mine shot there. Getting 27 kills on this guy. Commander Widowmine, the robot commander is definitely deserving of the title here, getting all those kills. Widow Mines can make or break actually a Terran and a Zerg player in this scenario. And look, is he going to run up and get a burrow? Oh my god, Hyun is such a bitch. He was just waiting. He was like, oh, you're going to take out my creep, are you? Well, I'm going to run in there and burrow Zergling right in your face, forces the scan. I love it. I love it. It's so hilarious. Now Hyun building up his forces again, looking for another big bust here. Or at least staying off Taeja. And this is a really... this is a really high activity area for both players, because with this choke point here, Widow Mines are really cost effective, and the Terran player doesn't really want to go across it and send his whole army across here. He wants to bait the Zerg player to fall back through the choke point into the Widow Mines and then deal some damage in the same way for Hyun here. So it kind of forces both players to play defensive in that one situation. But, I mean, look at this. Hyun was like, okay, that one Zergling didn't work well. I'll send about, 40 supply worth of everything else over here. And another bro goes down. And Taeja just cannot get his hands on the fourth base. He's just like, he's got the butter hands. He's trying to hold on to the fourth base. It's just slipping through his fingers. And the same time over here, Hyun is just holding on to his side of the map. No problem whatsoever. Got this fourth base up at the top. Looking pretty. Spreading the creep. Has a huge force up here. A huge force down here in the bottom. He may have to pull back some of these guys for some forces, but oh my god, look at this, all these banelings. Never mind that, he might actually have enough here. It's really going to come down to whether or not Taeja will drop the splits, and here we go, the banelings are rolling in forward. Are they going to turn back? A couple of them split up, and now they run straight in here. They don't care whatsoever. Taeja is pushing forward, throws down a scan, sees a lot of banelings, and decides, you know what, I think I'm going to fall back. Is that Zergling dead there? Nope, it's a different Zergling up there. Still alive. Drop ship making the way to the top. Will fly. Oh, not going to fly into anything. Just going to drop a couple creep tumors there. Taeja's been completely shut down as far as the drops go this game. I think he's had one drop in the main that got shut down, and after that point, I don't know what his thought process is here, but he's just been maybe just been too worried about the Mutalisks of Hyun here. But after he's killed so many Mutalisks from Hyun, I was imagining he would at least try to drop in some pressure, but he's going to go for those big attacks. Try to do some damage here. Here we have yet another drop, but easily shuts down. And Hyun is just getting such good trade value out of these Spore Crawlers, Queens, and Zerglings, dealing with whole medevacs full of drops. And whenever you lose drop ships consistently as a Terran player, kind of just it's a morale killer. And Taeja's played a lot of these games, but still, I think even after playing this many games, you gotta feel like, oh, I'm trying, like I'm dropping here, I'm dropping here. He's stopping me every single way. And the Mutalisks, I'm killing all the Mutalisks, and they're still alive. They're still alive, they're regenerating, and there's so many forces up here. Widow Mines just, look at this, there's just Widow Mines all over the place here. Planetary Fortress getting completely surrounded by Marines, no less. Banelings doing a little bit of connection here, and these Mutas will fly away. And at the same time, a big attack up here. The top Marines need to run for their lives. Banelings connect with everything. SCVs go down. The Planetary Fortress is going to completely fall. The right click on there, it goes down. Now the Widow Mines have potentially, yes, they've shot pretty much everything here, but the Zerglings leave nothing left alive whatsoever in this force. Fourth base goes down yet once again here, and I think that Baneling, this dude got a little bit of damage here. 5 more kills, but not enough to matter at this point. Hyun continuing to throw down these Brood Banelings. I love that play. Great location for Brood Banelings. Forcing your opponent to scan at every single push that they make. And that does add up, less meals, less money, and less Marines. And Terran players love their Marines so much. Supply favoring our Zerg player by 20 supply. Bases favoring our Zerg player as well. And this is kind of the no man's land here. Taeja trying to push it forward. I love the play here, using the Marauders forward, sending those guys up to take the brunt of the Baneling damage. You have to use a lot of Banelings to take out those Marauders, but oh no, when there's a lot of Banelings, those guys are just completely killing everything here. And there's a lot of Widow Mines though. God, that's a lot of Widow Mines. How many does they have here? 11 Widow Mines, 10 Marines. The Baneling's pushing forward, the Overseer's out, so he has enough to deal with this. He's going to target the Overseer. He takes it out. There we go. So the Widow Mines will have a little bit of time here to stay alive and deal some damage. The medevac picks up, flies away, but will he manage to get home before the gas runs out? Uh-oh, the gas runs out, and that guy is destined for death. And now the natural actually got flown up here. Actually, there's the GG. Taeja drops the GG, and Hyun with a well-deserved victory over Taeja. Just continually... just has amazing defense. And just one thing I've kind of noticed out of Taeja is he doesn't drop with medevacs as much or as effectively as I've seen a lot of other Terran players play. He's just more about the big pushes with very few drops. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you just don't practice drops as much as other players do, you just aren't as good at it. But he definitely hasn't. He definitely has gotten this far in the tournament because of his skills in StarCraft 2, and his pushes have proved to be pretty devastating, but not enough for Hyun. Hyun managed to eclipse that and takes the victory here. So we'll continue this series. This is game 1 in the series, or on Neoplanet S. We'll continue this in the next video. So if you want to check out more of my stuff, more StarCraft, pretty much everything else I cover, just any type of other various video game I'm playing, I usually post videos for. Payday 2, whatever have you. You can check them out at my YouTube channel, youtube.com/EonChikino, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at EonChikino. I'll see you guys later.